Hello. I am going outside because there ain't shit else to do in this motherfucker. Oh, I know I'm early, but I don't give a shit. Like I said, I don't think anybody's showing up on this bitch anyway. I don't care. I'm bored. There ain't nothing to do out this motherfucker. I got real ghetto real fast. Alright, y'all having a party. You didn't invite me. Alright, I see how you are. I'm gonna throw dog shit over your fence tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm gonna collect dog shit from the whole neighborhood, throw over your fence. Where's that music coming from? Oh, the white trash over there on their bikes. I hate bikers with a passion. That's why. Oh, they're having a white trash fiesta. I see. Look at that shit. Because we all want to hear your shitty hillbilly music. Why not? Oh, that's so cute. They think they're like Hell's Angels or something, but they're like people in their early 50s who just got a Harley and now they're like, fuck it. Look at these motherfuckers. And here comes a big fat ass with a fake Harley. These aren't Harley, mother. Stop it. These aren't Hell's Angels. I wonder what that noise was. Go to a retirement home. Fuck off. Dumbasses. I'm looking for a place to sit. I'm gonna sit on the stoop. Like a silly bitch. Oh, wet Sprite. Ow. Fuck. Let's watch the trailer trash. What, nigga? You feeling some type of way, nigga? You feeling some type of way? There is one motherfucker kind of staring at me, leaning against his car. I'll throw down. Right now. I will throw down and then go to Starbucks. You don't want none. I will, as a matter of fact, I will go to Starbucks. I will get a coffee drink. I will throw you on the floor, pull your pants down, stick the straw up your ass, and dump that coffee drink in it, because I'm a gangster like that. It's really hard living in the hood. Like, every day I'm dodging bullets, man. It's like, I don't think real people understand how rough it is. Oh, man. Oh, I spilled my water. Shit. Nice. Yeah, nice house, though. Big ass house. It's amazing how some of these houses don't look that big from the outside, but then on the inside, they're pretty huge. It's deceiving. I feel like I'm being tricked. I like it out here. It's quiet. Oh my god, it's so great to be out of the city for a while. You won't get this in the city. Either somebody's squawking or somebody's beatbox is going. Beatbox shows you how lame. Just the noise of cicadas, which are disgusting creatures. They scare me. They scare the piss out of me. I had one by my place the other day. It was like hopping. I thought it was dead, and I kicked it. It was like hopping around, like having spasms and stuff. Scared the crap out of me. And they're ugly. Oh my god, are they ugly. Also a little too quiet. Guess after a while, when you're really from the heart of the city, it's like, gets a little bit unnerving. I feel like I'm in like the beginning of a horror movie or something. Like everything's just fine and blissful, and then the guy with the mask shows up and it's all over. I think this is the longest I've been out in the sun for quite a while. My friend says I'm like a vampire because I'm really pale. I don't see the sun. I work till really late at night. I wake up really late. I go straight to my car. I go from my car to my work, which doesn't have a whole lot of sunlight coming in. But that's why I have this beautiful ivory skin. Oh my God. So the other day, a Tyler Henry person was after me, sending me a bunch of comments saying, you know, I don't get it, I'm crass, I'm mean, and blah, blah, blah. And you know what, they're right. I can't lie about that. But they just kept going, and they were like picking several of my videos to argue with me with. So what I said at that time was, I'm like, well, let's do a debate. They're like, well, you need to find answers. I actually said you need to find Jesus. I'm like, listen, don't start the Jesus thing with me. You don't know Jesus yourself, so be quiet. But what I did was I wrote to this person. I said, hey, and I said, you want to, yell at me? He didn't call me names. He didn't curse me out, so I didn't curse him out. And he said, you're just afraid of what you don't know. You're afraid of the unknown. Okay, so Tyler Henry knows the unknown. No, he doesn't. The unknown, you can't know, right? Because it's unknown, so no one can know it. So, who are you to tell him? And he's defending, defending Teresa Caputo and like Tyler Henry. So finally I got sick of him. Like, he went to a few of my videos. And I was like, dude, let's debate me right now. I said, I will go, this is a couple days ago. I was like, I'll go live tonight. I said, and he's like, oh, yeah, you'll just be mean. And blah, blah. I said, yeah, I'll probably be mean. But I'll tell you what. I said, I won't curse you out. If you don't curse me out, I won't curse you out. Because it'd be way too easy for me to break you down intellectually anyway. I mean, it would make you look foolish. So if you want to go that route, that's fine. I can do that. I'm very good at debating. Very good at it. And I sound like a Donald Trump. Good. I'm very good at debating. I'm good at everything I do. I'm the best ever. But I am. I argue. I like to argue with people. So I told this guy to stop writing me about Tyler Henry and defending Teresa Caputo and all these other frauds and come debate me. And that shut him the hell up. Just shut him right down. He didn't answer me again. He's like, he said some dismissive thing like, eventually, one of those people who think they're better than you. He's like, eventually the answers will come to you. I was like, yeah, the answer came to me. You're a pussy. You're afraid to talk facts with me. I just don't understand. It's like, I know I bring the guy up a lot, but it's just because I'm so astonished. He's my highest rated video. I mean, most viewed video, Tyler Henry. And that was over my first one, a year ago. It's 10,000 views now, about 10,000. And people really dug it. Like, we're like, yeah, he's a fraud and all that. And like I've always said, my problem with that kid, and he is a kid, he's like 21, 22, is you still have time to do better. You know better. Cut the shit. Stop being a grief vampire. It just pisses me off. So I was like, whatever. But I love these people. I'm like, I had another guy. He was interesting. He was a fan of mine. Fan, I hate that term. He was a subscriber of mine. And he was telling me what a great president Donald Trump was. I'm like, dude, come on, seriously? I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a Sandinista. I don't give a shit. Like, can we just all agree he's insane? Like, he's batshit nuts. I'm sorry, he is. He's crazy. He lies about everything. Fact. All politicians lie. Well, what about the corrupt Obama regime? Yeah, okay. Because there was so much collusion with Russia under Obama. Stop it. At some point, we all have to agree on what reality is. And I said this in my last live feed, I think, but if there is a turtle in front of me, and I say, look, there's a turtle, and 5 of them other people go, no, that's a beagle, they're crazy. Point blank, period. God, I hate that dude. Oh, I can't wait for him to be impeached just for the simple reason I can't stand his face. Like, I don't think I've ever had a president in my entire life where I was just like, if I see his face one more fucking time, hear him talk, even Bush, I hated Bush. But I wasn't like, oh God, here's Bush's face again. Bush was just an idiot to me. But when I see Trump, I like, sit there. I'm like, oh, I can't with the guy. I just can't. I can't hack it. Okay, these cicadas are getting louder going inside. Plus, who knows? It's getting darker now. Weird things are gonna start like popping out like raccoons and crap. That's all I need. Always pick up your garbage. It's important. And don't forget to recycle. Let's go do that. Plastic is recyclable. Yes. I should win a prize if you get this right. Plastic was recyclable, but today I saw something on a recycling thing where it said no plastic bags. I thought you're supposed to recycle plastic. They can't make up their minds. Hey, ain't no people walking around with their guts hanging out. This is weird. Nobody yelling or screaming. I'm getting unnerved right now. I'm like afraid. I like it. It's jazzy and makes me feel 55. Okay. My neighbor's having a party. Oh. It's nice. I like the music. I could have brought like chips or something. You do that white people dance it. That's a lame party because I don't see anybody. Maybe it's just somebody playing the radio. I swear I hear people though. I don't want to be a loogie-loo, but I don't care. They can't. There's shrubs here. I'm just gonna listen. And then the AC kicks on, so I can't hear jack crap. Ah well, fuck it. But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. I really haven't had that many people yet who were like, want to like call me out or whatever. They do that in comments a lot. I've only had one person, like I said before, make a video about me. And that was a 15-year-old or 14-year-old girl, and I didn't bother to answer her because she's a kid. So I wasn't going to bother her. But whatever. Even though she was annoying as fuck. Oh, sit my ass down. It's like the perfect day out. It's not too hot. I hate summer. I hate summer with a freaking passion. I don't understand anybody who likes summer. I don't like bugs. That comes with summer because summer brings heat. I don't like these days where it's like, what is it, 8:30 now, 8 o'clock or something like, and it's still freaking light outside. I don't like people having fun. Well, there's always more people out in summer. That's why I can't stand it. Do I have to enable this again? I'm so bad at this. Wait. My poor friend, Channel Dawnstar. Check him out if you don't know who he is. Was having such a time the other night trying to get live that he couldn't get live. He kept getting live, but then he couldn't see the comments or whatever, and he was going through Google Hangouts, which I guess it's a different way to do it. I just do it off of my phone. I have no idea what I'm doing. But literally, he made like several like attempts to go live to the point. Shit. Sorry, he went it back again. But it literally was called Fuck It, like his last attempt. And then it's been this weird thing where I tried to go on his live feed to like talk to this guy, and I've had it on a couple of live feeds now where I can't hear a word they're saying. And I don't know if it's a Google Hangout thing or whatever, but I literally cannot hear a word. I see them talking, everybody else in the comments seems to understand what they're saying, I'm not hearing anything. Then there were 2 channels that I tried to watch, but I think because I argued with people in their when they were live, I got banned from them. Because what I noticed was when I tried to actually watch, not participate or talk or whatever, when I tried to watch these 2 channels just to get information and see what was going on, I noticed it purposely lagged. Well, I didn't know it was purposely. It lagged and it just kept going over and over. And I'm like, everything else on YouTube was working fine, so I got real suspicious. So I switched my account. I didn't use this account. I used a dummy account. Sure enough, it was absolutely fine. And I'm like, okay, these guys are playing like real dirty. It's like, listen, I understand if you want to block me out of comments or something like that. I get it. But don't be a fucking wimp. And one of these is like a political channel which talks about like, you know, how great free speech is. Well, apparently it isn't, because I can't have it even if, you know, I disagree with them. And I don't think I said anything that bad. You can't even disagree with people anymore. I blame millennials. I'm sorry. I know that my generation helped bring up millennials, and I apologize on behalf of Gen X for doing it, because they're a waste of space. I'm sorry, they're a waste of safe space. I have never seen a more butthurt generation in my entire life. And it started with mine, I can't lie. It started with, you know, people thinking they mattered. No, it started with like people like, you know, everybody's a winner. You know, there are no losers, and feeling good about yourself. And I think we just took it way too far with the whole feminism or modern feminism movement back in the 90s that picked up steam with the Janine Garofalo's and all these other women. And that's fine, because I'm an equalist, not like feminist. I think feminism is stupid too. But yeah, do I have a problem with a woman boss? Absolutely not. Problem with a woman president, woman doing the same thing I want to do? Fair is fair. That's fine. But this generation's taking it to the beyond insane. I saw something the other day where it's like you have to have permission to say hello to a girl. I could not be in a college campus now. Well, I mean, aside from the fact that I'm way too old. But I don't know. I've seen these videos on YouTube with these kids yelling at their teachers and humbling them and saying, you need to apologize to me for slavery, genocide, misogyny, for everything that we can think of. And they sit there and they act like tantruming brats. They're throwing their arms up and down like little babies. It's like if they were 3, you would put them in the fucking corner and tell them to shut up. And then you would go on vacation for a week and leave them there with just a piece of bread and say, think about that next time you act up. But you need permission to say hi to somebody. I don't need permission to say hi to shit. If I feel like saying hi to you, I'm going to say hi to you. What the fuck are you going to do about it? I'd like to see the police report on that. Ma'am, what's wrong? Guy over there, you did something bad to me. Oh my God, did he accost you or try to rape you or something? No, he said hi to me and he didn't ask me for my permission. They're going to look at you just like I did just now. Shut up. Black Lives Matter. Apparently, black lives only matter when they're killed by white police officers. Sorry, I call it like I see it. I did a video a long time on Black Lives Matter. Black lives should always matter. You know, I want to see the protests in the hood when somebody gets shot, which is every day. You know, because every life should matter. You know, when there's a little kid, there's always a little kid getting killed out there. You know, and here's how you know there's a difference in the communities. There's central air in one and there isn't in the other. Ugh. Jesse Jackson just did that. I'm talking about Black Lives Matter and that thing kicked on to make noise. Let me go in. It's getting dark anyway. This mosquito's gonna start biting my ass. Oh hey, what's up? Google it. Teresa's in the house. No, seriously. There are monks that shave their genitals and they give the pubic hair to Ethiopian children to make a sweater out of. Google it! Google it! It's true! I'm not fucking drunk. Just how dare you? Nah, shut up. God damn, it's too dark in here. They throw meat. It's true. Okay, you keep repeating that every time I see you. I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. Now you're just saying they throw meat. Who is throwing meat? If there's somebody in your neighborhood throwing meat, you need to have them institutionalized. Well, that's what you always say. Every time I talk. Okay, do I have to go to the like top of a roof or something so this shit doesn't fuck up? I swear to God, it was fine earlier. I did a test run. Then all of a sudden this bullshit went crazy again. Just starts pisses me off. It was fine. I even went in the basement of this son of a bitch. As soon as I start fucking opening my mouth and stuff like that, it starts cutting me off. That's God doing that. He's pissed at me for something. Well, a myriad of things, most likely. Who was I talking to, Teresa? Yeah, you always do now. I'll do my little joke about your Google it thing. You're like, they throw me. It's like, I think Teresa's got issues. I don't want to say anything because I'm afraid of her. She's the type who will, like, you know, she'll invite you over for like a steak dinner or something like that, talk to you, be like, you know, spend the night, be fun, we'll hang out, we'll just play video games. Oh, she's a cool chick. Next morning, you wake up without skin on your face, and she's eating it. Acting like it's normal. She's like sauteing it. Once some made it fresh. Let me apologize in advance if this goes out again. You've got so many issues. Oh, let me be your therapist. What are they? Tell me one. Come on, let's work together. Dr. Phil can do it with his fake fraudulent ass. I can do it. Hit me with one. I'll solve it right now. I won't charge you that much. Yeah, I'll sit in on like a professional chair so we can have a little talksy. Okay. So Teresa's here, and she'd like to share with the group. Teresa, the floor is yours. What's your issue? Okay, I'm vamping here, Teresa. Hurry up. Type faster. I might scare you. Well, luckily you're far from me, I think, so you won't scare me. I promise. Talk to me, Teresa. Come on. I will be your confessor. What is it? I might be, but I've seen some shit. I'm not judging anybody. Trust me. If you knew some of the shit I had done, you would just dive right in. Trust issues. Brianna. Girl, what's up, Brianna? Teresa's having some issues right now. We're going to address them, okay? Brianna, help me out here. Okay, what's your trust issue, Teresa? With who? A friend? A lover? What? Here's a quick thing. If you have a trust issue with somebody, there's probably a reason. People. Well, you shouldn't trust people. They suck. Problem solved. Next. All people? Or just like somebody in particular you have a trust issue with? Okay, the majority of people are going to fuck you over. Let's not lie. I'm not Dr. Phil. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. The majority of people you can't trust. I've got a few friends in my life, very few. Okay, my brother, for instance. I'm not good at solving problems. Brianna, please, you got to help me. Just, Brianna, stay in the corner there. Offer some words of wisdom. Don't be a negative Nancy. See, now Brianna's brought the whole room down. I don't even know what to do anymore. We were having a good camaraderie here. We were having a therapy session. And Brianna's like, I don't know. Fuck am I supposed to do? Thanks, Brianna. You should go to an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. Like, y'all better just give up. Because I like to drink. Hey. I don't know how y'all going to make it about 20 years. Shit. Sober. Shit. Who the hell wants to be sober? Oh, okay. Your family. You can all see these comments, right? My family is crazy for one. Don't get me started on crazy families. I guarantee you, my biological family can beat you. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. I'll throw out a few keywords there. Slave people. I'm not lying. Slave people. My birth monster had a slave woman. I'm not going to go into details about it because I don't want to revisit that past. Possible murder. Robbery. Assault. Stalking. Yeah. So, yes, she did. See, I don't know what I can say on here, but okay, let me do it this way again. Allegedly, I'm making this up right now. This is a story I'm going to write in a book someday. You guys get what I'm saying? Okay. My biological mother this guy named Jesse. Let's call him Jesse. He had a biological mother who he found out had adopted a woman from a place that she worked at that may or may not have been a homeless shelter. And for some reason, this woman was able to still work, but just a little bit. She was like 40, had a pacemaker. And she made, I'm totally making this up. This is a book I'm going to write. It's not real. She may have brought her into the studio apartment and put a mattress on the floor and charged her rent, equal rent, to live on a mattress in the floor with her husband, who was a deaf mute, by the way, all in one apartment. And then when she got mad at her, would beat her. Oh, and help her by opening up a bank account for her, because the woman was a little slow. Again, totally made this up. This is all a novel I'm writing. This is not even true. Just based on somebody else's story. Got nothing to do with mine. Let's say in this book that Jesse, we wouldn't call him heroine, we would call him hero, would talk to this poor woman, find out she's being physically and verbally abused, and advise this woman that he didn't even really know, but was a nice and kind woman, to run like a motherfucker from his biological birth monster. In my book. Not for real. And to this day, I don't know what happened to her. Because for reasons I'm not going to go into, I had to not cease communication. Or Jesse, not me, had to cease communication with that crazy loon tribe. Because they like, in my book, to stalk people. And call you. Or show up to your house to fight you. Did I mention they were women? Yep. That was in my book. Say Jesse was home one night. And he was just hanging out, watching German snuff porn per usual. And doorbell rings and he answers it. And it's his aunt, who he left not 10, 20 minutes ago, who must have done some substance, came back, a different person completely, and wanted to fist fight him. Literally, wanted to fist fight him. No reason was given when asked. Why? Because you're a fucking motherfucker and I want to fucking fight you. In my book. In my book, of course. Hey everyone, X just finished watching a horror film and saw this in my subscription. It's 2:02 in the morning in the UK. Oh, you're in the UK? Alright, God bless you. I've always wanted to visit there. Love those bastards. I hate watching things about what the British people think about us, though, on YouTube, because I already know what's coming. It's like, well, they're fat. It's just stupid. They're bloody stupid. I'm bloody proud of how bloody stupid they are. It's a bunch of wankers. It's like, oh, I'm American. It's number one. Oh, we're number one. You're not number one at whole pissing world. Fuck off. I kind of think of it this way. Like, okay, Britain owned us once, right? So Britain is kind of like the older brother of this family of nations. And America to Britain is kind of like your younger, cockier brother who did just a little bit better, but will never let you forget it and you hate him. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so if Britain was like a person, like say I'm Britain right now, right? And here I am with my wife and my brother America called, it would go like this and be like, what do you want? Who's on the phone? Who's on telly? Who's on the phone? I'm watching telly. What do you want? America, I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him anymore. He's always, I'm best, I'm the best. No, I know he's my brother. I love him to death. He's a bloody asshole, okay? Oh, fuck off, okay. Hi, America, how's it going? No, you're number one. Everything's great. Right. Yep, I know you're number one. You're better at everything than me. Right, yeah, okay. He's fucking taking the piss. He is. I'm going to like him. I'm going to murder him. If he wasn't my flesh and blood. Yeah, you already said that they're number one. Yeah. I swear. We're kind of like the jerk off. I'm not going to lie. I can't imagine being in another country, seeing another country being like, we're the greatest country on the planet. And I do believe we're the greatest country on the planet. Don't get me wrong. And I even feel weird saying that with a UK person here now because I seem like a dick. But I'm sure somebody from the UK would say, we're the greatest country. And I respect that. That's your home turf. Except Madonna, bitch. I'll never forget her one time. She was on some talk show. And they asked the bitch, UK chick, listen, answer me this question. They asked her, Madonna, who do you pick? UK or America? Where's your heart lie? I can't answer the question with her fake British ass. I'm like, you can't answer the question. Now, if Adele was asked that question after she was done eating a cake, like, what is wrong? Let's sing hello in a minute. What? So, if Adele was asked in Britain, like, Adele, do you like Britain or America? Where's your heart lie? And she said, I can't answer that question. You would be pissed if you were a Brit, right? You'd be like, bitch, your home is the UK. Fuck off. Am I right or am I right? Shit. So for that bitch, that turncoat Madonna, fuck her. I can't stand her ass. Again, talented beyond belief, all that. Well, she's a rich whore, though. Listen, I'm not saying I wouldn't take her fucking money. And listen, we have to say there's a certain amount of skill it's got to take to do what she does. I think she's kind of like a sociopath. She's got to be a sociopath because, like, to be that robotic, sometimes I don't want to, like, walk around the block. That bitch was on how many tours, contorting herself every night, fucking doing these choreographed routines. I could not learn a choreographed dance routine if a gun was pointed at my head. There's no way. I'd be like, you might as well fucking shoot because I ain't going to learn any choreographed shit. I'm going to fall. I'm going to go the wrong way. I'm going to go right when I should go left. So for somebody to do that night after night after night after night, not just once, but to learn several choreographed routines, because you do all these songs on a tour and shit like that, it's got to be a little difficult. To do it in rough weather without canceling, I got to give her the credit. What is she doing with black kids? Listen, she's adopted some black kids because having black kids is cool right now. We all know that. I don't know. I'm sure she thinks she's doing something nice. It does seem odd to me. And it's a weird thing, though. You can't say it's bad. You know what I mean? That she's done that. But at the same time, I'm like, there are kids in our own country who need to be adopted. There are kids in Britain who I'm sure need to be adopted. So it's kind of like, why go out of your country to find kids who need to be adopted? That's my problem with that. Like, I don't know. But those kids hit the fucking lottery, didn't they? Oh, shit. What's the latest one? She's got a little black girl, right? You know, she's like, hey, Madonna's my mama. I'm going to get some money after I kill off Rocco and Lourdes, them two motherfuckers. But luckily, Rocco's fucking up because he never want to talk to his mama. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. I ain't working for shit. Kiss my ass. Madonna got about 10 years left to live. Then I'm going to go out. Interesting. I like Rocco the best out of Madonna's kids. He's a fuck up. I relate to a fuck up, recognizes fuck up. And I recognize and I sympathize with that dude. I like that kid. Because he's the one to run away. Remember, run away at 15, by the way. If you didn't stand up comedy, you're funny as hell. Here's the thing about that. No. And the reason I never have is because I don't have that drive that they all have. You all hear about these comics who sit there talk like, you know, I live like a gypsy. I go from city to city, motel to motel. It's my life. And to make the crowd laugh. I really don't care. I don't have that drive. I actually have other ambitions I'm trying to do. Things I'm trying to do other than this. If this ever went somewhere like a fucking YouTube thing or whatever, that'd be fine with me. Just as a hobby, it's fine with me. But yeah, no, I never had that urge to like go out there and like, I want to stand in front of a bunch of drunken hillbillies or fucking frat people and try off my little knock-knock jokes and then all of a sudden see what happens and hope nobody throws a bottle at me. I would fucking quit. I would quit right there and then. I know me. I would tip the microphone over and say, fuck off. I don't care. I don't want to go to weird fucking towns and like, you know, go to open mics and just, I don't get it. I don't get it. I've never had the drive for it. I'm not a gypsy. I'm sedentary. I would be good in a sitcom. I want to play the wacky neighbor who has an underage abortion clinic in his house and nobody knows. That could be a funny, you know, like, hey, you got that coat hanger? That could be my catchphrase. Somebody needs an abortion. I don't know. Sitcoms are dead though, aren't they? Well, why are we dreaming like this? This is not going to happen. Although Pootie Pie's got a fucking show, so who knows? What does he even do? Yeah, a coat hanger. That's like a bargain basement abortion. Do I have to really explain? Up the hoo-ha, a twist to the right, not that I've done it, for, you know, undocumented Asian women. But Yeah, you bend the coat hanger, make it long, and poke, twist, and then sometimes you use Black and Decker to get the residue out. And yeah, then you stitch them up, send them on their way, and tell them don't do it again because you're a dirty whore. I like this abortion shit. I don't know which way people stand on it, and I'm fine either way with it. But I don't think men should have anything to do with it. Here's why: we don't risk our lives to have the baby. Men should stay the fuck out of it. I don't know why we're talking about, well, I'm pro-abortion, I'm anti-abortion. We should shut the fuck up. Let the women decide because we are not an equal playing ground. When I hear what you guys go through giving birth, oh, your butt can tear. Someone told me that with glee the other day. Fuck that. I don't want to hear that. Female coworker of mine. Yeah, your butt can tear. And sometimes, they ask you not to eat before you have a baby because they put you up on that slab and you shit all over the place. I'm like, oh, Jesus. If I was a woman, I would have sewn my vagina up a long time ago. I swear. I would just be like, no guy would ever fuck me. I'd be like, no, because that condom could break or something like that. I'm not having a kid. There's not going to be a being growing inside me because I hear what happens and your butt cheeks can split open if it goes wrong. Fuck that. No. And I'm not going to be screaming, grunting, and holding on to a rope or something like that for hours and hours while I'm sweating profusely and pushing that fucker out of me. No. Just take that dick and go somewhere else. Piss off. Oh. She was talking to me too about periods. I thought I knew everything about periods. I was wrong. I open myself up for these conversations, which is okay. She goes, I don't know, we talk about difference between pads and tampons. And she's like, well, you always start with the pad, except I hate wearing pads a lot. I'm like, dummy goes, why? Because sometimes when you wear them a lot, they shrivel up like an accordion. She actually said like an accordion. And then you have vaginal blood all over your thighs and your ass all day long. It's not fun. And then, but sometimes I don't like to wear tampons. We wear tampon, because especially in the summer, it's like it sweats down there too. And then it mixes with the blood and, it smells just like a Shanghai fish market and nobody likes it. You women have my sympathy. We really do. I don't know how you do it. She's a girl who works with me. I don't judge her because she works with me. She's honest. I like that. I mean, I could ask her about it. But she's pretty cool. She's like, yeah, she was bitching basically about how the prices of tampons versus pads. Like, I guess tampons are more expensive than pads. I don't know. And the golden thing you can get is a tampon pad with wings combo. She said, then you're set for the fucking week. You know what I mean? Like, you can wear that shit. You can go out. You can go skydiving. You'll be good. There's going to be no blood leakage or inky stinky or whatever the fuck. Good to know, I guess. So if I ever have a daughter, I can be like, listen. She did say something I'd never thought of before, though. She's like, some girls in high school would never wear tampons because it can pop your cherry. Or she said, break your hymen. Or I think she actually said pop your cherry. And I'm like, what? She's like, well, think about it. It goes up there at tampons. So some girls who are like virgins wouldn't, So I guess you can know who the whores are in high school. Like, tampon or pad? Tampon? Slut. She's fucking tramp. The good girls are wearing pads. I never thought of that, though. I didn't ask her what she wore. I don't care. And then it depends on if you're having heavy flow or not. I'm like, oh, God, stop. Yeah, tampons equal slut. Pads equal pure virgin girl because she doesn't want to shove anything up her hoo-ha yet. Tampons, who knew? I didn't know that. We didn't get around to vaginal discharge just yet, but I want to get that conversation going this week. I want to discuss that with her. She's probably watching this right now. She actually watches. You know who you are. Shut yourself up. She'll say stuff about people around her, like neighborhood, like it's perfectly normal. She'll say stuff like, so yeah, Joey was over there and I wanted to go borrow a guitar or something from him, but he was busy buying crack. It's like, whoa, back up. Here's what? Yeah, he's like, my friend was busy buying crack and I didn't. So anyway, she just glosses over that part, and I want to go back and find out more. Like I had to ask, like when your friend Joey, it's not his real name, buys crack, is it expensive? She's like, I think it's like $40 or something. About, I don't know. I don't do it. I mean, my friend that fucking does the crack. What the fuck do you want from me? I'm like, oh, okay. Crack. Because I've never asked anybody, let alone a crackhead in my entire life, psst, how much is that? Is that like the good shit? Is that the good crack? Like, is like the Tiffany of crack, or is that like Target, Walmart crack? You know, I don't even have a rough idea what crack would cost. No clue. Weed, yeah. Back in the day, yeah. Although that's probably changed. It's been years since I even smoked a joint. It just made me paranoid. I've never had the effects that everybody else seems to have, or the majority of people seem to have with like recreational stuff. Like booze never made me happy or mellow. It made me psychotic, covered in mud, and running through the streets of Chicago. Always that. It was never like, you know, I was having a great time, hugging people, loving on people, and being like, woo, life is fun. I was foaming at the mouth and my eyes rolling in the back of my head. I looked like something out of The Exorcist. Weed never made me chill. I never felt creative. I felt like, oh my God, the government is watching me. I have to go, you know, check my refrigerator because they put cameras in it. Is crack still a hot drug? Interesting, you should ask. The area I work in has a lot of crackheads. And I talked to a few of them. One of them was kind of doing like some cleaning work for me. And she was honest. I got to give her, you know, credit and stuff like that. The new thing isn't crack. It's those housewife drugs like Norcos and shit. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, I think the chain went like this. There's Tylenol 3s are popular because of the codeine. So that gives you like a light buzz. And then Valiums have gone, I'm not Valiums, Vicodin used to be, it's gone down. It's like it's pussy shit now. Nobody wants it. The premium stuff is, okay, it's liquid. Oh, I forget what it's called. I don't know, fentanyl or something like that. There's one pill that goes $25 per pill, street market value. That's what this chick told me. It's like the holy grail of like pharmaceutical drugs because it's really hard to get it prescribed to you. So it's like really up there. Brianna has never done drugs in her life. Well, give her a gold star. Make the rest of us feel like shit. I don't know what any of y'all are talking about. I've never done drugs. Y'all are hopeless. Y'all weak. You succumb to your own demons. That's why I'm just a strong motherfucker like that. I'm sorry y'all weak and shit. I love Brianna. Y'all just... Y'all let Satan tempt you. That's all I gotta say. And every morning, I piss a frappuccino. I do. I don't even make urine. I make a frappa motherfucking chino. That's what I piss every morning. I'm sorry y'all have stinky piss. No drugs either. Too scared. Yeah, I was always scared of the hard shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I never understood the people who wanted to do the drop acid. Because they always had to get a babysitter, first of all. What they meant by babysitter was somebody who watched them so they didn't freak out too much and run around. Like, I knew people who did it. Like, we're going to do some acid. We got to get a babysitter. Will you be our babysitter? I'm like, no, I got shit to do. I don't care if you run out in the middle of the street and rip your eyelids off. I don't give, it's not my shtick. It's nothing to do with me. But to pay to hallucinate? Why? Go play a video game or some shit. Come on. I mean, there's stuff to be looked at Target or something. What? I mean, do something. I want to pay to hallucinate for an hour? And it's not always good. I was scared of becoming a crack hoe. Crack hoes are scary. They're sad when you see a crack hoe. Who are picking up the crack hoes is what I want to know. I mean, prostitution's got to be easier than ever to get through like a Craigslist or online. It's got to be easier, right? So who are the bottom of the barrel now seeking out the toothless crack whores? Like, it must be people who are just cheap. People who just want to pay $10 for everything. That's what it's got to be. Because I can't, for the life of me, ever imagine being like, I got to crack whore tonight, shit. Got a bachelor party. Do that trick where like all your, fucking teeth fall out and then you pick them up off the floor and like shove them in your vagina and like, you know, spit fire them out with your pubococcygeal muscles, whatever they call them. No. Crack whores. I actually know where they hang out here. See, when you know crack people or people who do drugs, like they start telling you like certain roads. If you're in Illinois, there's a certain road that you probably know where the hookers and the crackheads hang out. Hookers especially. It's like a long stretch of road. I'm not gonna say where, but there's lots of motels on this road and it's very hookery. I knew a chick who used to work out of one of those motels. And she would tell me some stories and I'm just like, my God. What a crooked freaking... There used to be a brothel out there. And I guess the police just shut that down about 10 years ago, 15 years ago maybe. It wasn't like horribly long ago. That was shocking. A brothel. Every city has that crack house. Yeah, but Chicago's got crack house, normal house, crack house, normal house, crack mart, crack zoo, crack elementary school. It's like there's a crack place near where I work. Again, not gonna say where. That's over a certain business. I had no clue. Like it's a place, and people knew. And when you ask people, how do you know it's crack? They look at you like you're stupid. I'm sorry, I don't do crack. I don't know anything about it. There was no running water and no electricity, yet people still paid for rent for this space, so they were doing crack there. And they still are. And I knew it because one day, this chick who I told you about, who former prostitute, you know, drug addict, shit. I got taken off again. But yeah, this chick was running up and down into the stairwell at a place, and I heard her outside say, I got the money, I got the money, I got the money, I got the money. She ran up the stairs, ran out, ran up the stairs, ran out, ran up the stairs, ran out. And that's when I'm like, yeah, that's like a crack den. People aren't even shy about it. Like, it's really around the area I work. Like, it's unreal how bad it's gotten. It was always sketchy, but now it's just like in the back. You'll see a car pull up, drug deal done. It's like they don't even hide it. They smoke weed and other things openly. They do lines of coke in the parking lot. It's unreal, and it seems like just the past 2 to 3 years, it's really gotten bad to where I have somebody coming in my business almost weekly with a sad story about how their great aunt broke down in a car 5 miles from here, and can they have $2 because it'll make everything all better? No, you're a crackhead. Or they come in there trying to sell you stolen crap, and it's the most useless. I'm going to buy something stolen. Don't give me a stolen pair of old beat up slippers. I don't want that shit. Give me something good. There's never anything I want. Hey man, listen. I got these Nikes. I don't give a fuck about name brand shoes or anything like that. When you get me an iMac computer or something, we can talk. Come back with that shit, and it better work. And I want to test that shit before you leave here, cracky. It's always useless garbage. Like I'm gonna buy a cell phone from a crack. Like I got this iPhone 7. Man, you can have it. You got this iPhone 7. You know it doesn't work. You know it's got a serial number on it. The shit's stolen. Old VCR. Let me tell you something. Like I've said before, everybody kind of knows that I, work in an area that deals with adult stuff. You would be shocked how many people are coming up to me constantly saying, where are your VHS tapes? And I have to tell them they're back in my time machine that'll take you back to 1988 when they were fucking popular. Who is watching VHS anymore? I mean, I know if you have like your school play from 1987 on a tape and you haven't gotten around to putting it on a DVD or whatever yet, I get it. Fine. Maybe you keep a tape somewhere to transfer it in the hopes of. But who is actively seeking out? These are the people that are still looking for a Blockbuster. These are the people who are still driving around like, well, shit, I don't know why there's not one here. Because it's online. It's on demand. Blockbuster got what they deserve. I've never been so happy that a business went out. Remember them and their late fees, a little mafia. They'd make that shit up sometimes. You get up there, you think everything was all fair. It's like, sorry, you have a $20 late fee. You lying, pimply-faced bitch. You know I don't have a late fee. Sorry, there's nothing we can do. You can't have this one-night rental. Remember that shit? You can't have this rent unless you pay the late fee. Do you want to pay the late fee or not? Then they go call other, little narcs. They call other Blockbusters and be like, you can't rent to him. You get, late fee, They were such dicks. Rewind fee. I remember they tried that on me a few times. See, the secret was back then, because there weren't a lot of computers like there was, my friend owed so many Blockbusters money. Because she would just go from one to another, to another, to another. Hollywood Video, one to another, to another, to another, to another. It's like, fuck. They were so stupid they didn't keep up. Their employees weren't that bright. So you could just go to another. Blockbuster was a little tougher, but Hollywood Video, you could fucking do whatever you wanted with them. I don't know if anybody had that around them, but another video store called Hollywood Video, they were the dumbest chain that ever existed. I don't know how they stayed in business. Their employees were stupid. You could literally rack up a huge late fee, not return movies, and then just go to the next one. You know what they remind me of? If anybody from the 80s, you guys remember Columbia House Music? Let me explain what that was to millennials and people who are young. Columbia House Music was a place that me and everybody else my age used to rip off constantly. Where it was like, if you tape a penny to this postcard, you'll get 12 CDs for free as long as you promise every month to buy this other CD, blah, 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 blah. And of course, you would always just make up a name, or you would write your own name. You get 12 free CDs. Then you'd write your friend's address, put their name on, get 12 more free CDs. You just got free CDs. All they ever gave was free CDs. I don't think anybody I ever knew, and there are a lot of people that did this, ever paid them once. I'm like, what kind of company was that? I wanted to see their board meetings. Like, did we get paid anything this quarter? Any of you? No? None of you sales reps got paid? That's fucking great. And we gave away 1 billion CDs? Awesome. I love it. You had the card. There was a card for it? I don't remember that. I don't remember that. We rip them off constantly. Tape a penny and you get 12 free CDs, but you got to promise to pay for this one. Yeah, okay. Pinky swear. No. And that was fun. You'd use your relatives sometimes. Like you would tape a penny because that was supposedly some binding contract or some bullshit. It was so lame. But then you use like your relatives. You just be like, oh, grandma, there's going to be this package coming. It's weird. It's going to have your name on it, be a bunch of CDs, but it's really for me. Like, promise. And they're like, no, don't do that. And you just did it anyway. If you were me. And then you divide it because you give some to your brother, some to your friends. Because there was like 12 CDs. I didn't always want 12. I just want like maybe 6. It's like, okay, what do you want? Does anybody else want something? Because I'm stealing from this company again. Like everybody else is. And also, they could never do anything about it because you can't make a legally binding contract with a minor. And everybody who did it was minor. Everybody I know did it. I'm talking about starting at 13 years old. We were doing it. We're like, oh shit, let's get this stuff. Because somebody always hipped you to it. I remember black boxes. You remember that with cable? If you remember cable, you had a friend that had a hot box that they somehow jacked up to where they got every cable channel free. I loved that. I never had one, always wanted one. My friend was watching so much porn, he didn't want to leave the house. I remember like literally trying to like, let's go hang out. He was watching, because he had every porn channel, it was all descrambled, every pay-per-view, everything like that. But he just watch porn. I was like, let's go. Let's go do something. I'm bored. And I don't want to watch porn with you. That's just weird. Cut me off again. I loved Skinamax, the porn channel. That's what it was. It was porn before, like, you could get hardcore porn on, like, you know, PornTube or something like that. That's what Cinemax was. Every night, the Bump and Grind show came on. And it was all the censored porn, though. I'm like, I never understood anybody who got paid for porn on cable. They didn't show anything. They showed nothing. They didn't show any penetration. They didn't show any ejaculation. They didn't show any, I don't think they showed pink, or they weren't supposed to, or something like that. In America, at least, they never did. It was garbage. Because I remember with my friend, he ordered a block of porn because his parents were out of town. And I was so fucking excited. I went over to his house. It was like in the daytime too. And I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be hardcore porn. It's going to be hardcore porn. And we're sitting there and we must have been 12, 13. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is like a Friday the 13th movie sex scene. What is this? Is this it? There was like nothing. They didn't show anything. I was like, oh, we got gypped. Oh, your parents got gypped because I don't even live here. We used to watch his dad's porn. His dad was in a freaky porn. His dad had so much. You always had that one friend, especially if you're a guy, had the freak dad who had like so much porn he didn't know what to do with. My friend would call me over like when his parents were always gone on the weekend for some reason. So we go over to his house He's like, you gotta see my dad's porn. His dad had a wax stack you would not believe. He had magazines of every kind. He had the little dirty brochures. He had always had about 3 or 4 porns rented out from the local video store. And we had to like, it was like an Easter egg hunt for porn. We had to find them in the house while he wasn't there so we could actually watch them. Because he'd hide them in different places. I think he knew we were taking them. So it was just like, you know, we had our little baskets looking for porn. It's like, where is it? Did you find it yet? Fuck. I loved it. He wasn't into anything too weird. Like, I have to admit, I never saw like a she-male or gay porn or anything like that. It was pretty average 80s, early 90s. Yes, most dads are freaks. I'm going to plug this in and see if this makes a difference. Because this thing keeps fading out on me again. But yeah, I remember that. I would be so fucking excited. Also because, and this is lame as hell, I shouldn't even admit this, but okay, I will. For a long time when I was really young, my mom wouldn't let me watch R-rated movies, and I was always pissed because my friends could watch whatever the hell they wanted. And, yeah, it's here. What, are you in here? If you tell me you're in the house, I'm going to scream and run. I'm just trying to find a plug for this motherfucker. No. Probably. You're in the house where? Where the fuck are you? Teresa, seriously. If you're in the house, I'm going to scream. Oh, okay. Should be one on this side. Oh, sweet. Alabama? I like Alabama. I don't think I've ever been to Alabama. Maybe passing through. But the dads being freaks with the best. Oh, I love that shit. Yeah, back to my mom not letting me watch R-rated movies. I was pissed, so my friend was much younger than me and he could watch it. So I'd always go to his house and watch it. My mom would call and actually ask the parents, like if we were watching an R-rated movie and I'm the older one. I was so fucking embarrassed. I don't care what your friends' families let them do. All I care about is what you do. Ugh. Why don't you not? Can't you be a neglectful parent like him? Like, sure, his dad gets drunk once in a while and beats the whole family up. I would take that to be able to watch R-rated movies and for my dad to finally rent some really sick and twisted porn that I could show to my friends. He was my best friend growing up. I love that kid. We don't talk anymore, but such is life. Oh man, I look pale as a motherfucker here. I met him. It was interesting. I was at my grandmother's house, and it was summertime, and it was like midnight, and this kid was on his Hot Wheel. Okay, how do you know that? Oh. I'm asking Teresa, how does she know what game is that, Jay? I'm like, what game? What is she talking about? How does she know there's a game there? It is Big Buck HD Wild. I'm at my girl's house. All right, this is not mine. I do have a room here, if that means anything. But yeah, actually, it's pretty sweet here. I got permission to film too, so everybody can shut up. A lot of cool shit. I used to stay with her a lot more, but I don't now. Yeah, over there, that's the exercise room. I use that a lot, but I'm gonna show you I'll show you something fucked up. This is what she does. I'm gonna show you this. All right, so she gets this shit in. I'm all excited because I do a little bit of exercise. Look at this. All right. So you got this weird bike thing here, which I don't use, and you got the what the fuck, elliptical. I hate that thing. It's like something from hell. So I got this, right? Treadmill. Seems good, right? Here's me running. Well, watch this. Ow. 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 She's short. So I can't enjoy this shit. I can't run on this. I swear if I start getting up at it, look, I'll jog right now. Ow. 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 See? How the fuck am I supposed to... And I'm not wearing shoes right now. Look at this. Look at my fucking socks. So I can't use it. I can't use it. And I was so stoked for it. I was like, oh my God, it's going to be so awesome. I'm going to get to run. No, because I started running, I almost knocked myself unconscious. Her answer, it's not oath-proof, okay? Sorry, I'm sorry we're not 5,000 feet tall. She always exaggerates. I'm 5'10". 5'10". She's probably 4'2". Not kidding. She's 5'2"? 5'1"? 5'2"? But she makes it sound like 6'4" or something like that and bitching about not fitting in there. So I told her, just going to tear that room down, redo the ceiling, so I can do some shit. Fuck it. By the way, relax. It's Coca-Cola. Sorry to disappoint everybody. Like I said, I don't drink. Although I do feel very bougie. Just like I should be on a yacht. So are we getting close to the Martin account yet or not? Is that kind of bullshit? I like cola. I like cola too. Actually, I don't like it that much anymore. I like caffeine-free shit. I used to drink a lot of Coke, but that resulted in a lot of dental visits, which is not fun all the time. So, yeah, fuck it. But now I do the calorie-free thing, but now that I drink more water, what are my favorite foods? Placentas. The tears of a newborn, do they count? No? No. Okay. Like, if I'm going to be a pig and not worry about what I'm eating, because I do, it's going to be chicken. I love chicken. Preferably alive when I eat it. No, I'm kidding. Chicken. Chicken, mashed potatoes. I love stuffing. Thanksgiving food is my shit. I love that shit. Stuffing, if you make it right, mac and cheese, you can't go wrong there. It's horrible for you, but I'm sorry, I don't do anything else. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything else. I'm gonna have mac and cheese once in a while. Kiss my ass. Cake. Oh. My kryptonite would be a series of really well-made chocolate cakes in a line outside my door because I would eat every fucking one of them. That's immediately how you could rob my ass. As soon as I bend over as chocolate cake, I'm going to bend down to get it so you could hit me right over the head. Because I love that shit. And I'm a pig. I'm a disgusting pig. Because what I do, I suck all the frosting off that bitch first. I'm horrible. I look like I'm retarded. When I'm eating a chocolate cake, it's smeared on my face. There's like, it's so good. I'm eating frosting first. Like, I have no manners. Nothing. That all goes out the freaking window. Jesus Christ. I love it. I used to try to bake cakes when I was younger because I liked cakes. I can't cook, by the way. So what I did was me and my friends, and we're a bunch of boys. We don't know what we're doing. We'd be at my house, it'd be the summertime, or their house, and we would get those instant mixes where you're supposed to just add like 2 eggs and it's a cake. Well, apparently you're supposed to bake it. We're just mixing it. Like, is it a cake yet? Is it gonna? Do we have to put it in the sun or something? Is it gonna rise? I'm hungry. And then we didn't know that we had to we couldn't do the frosting right away. Like if you did right out of the oven, it just made it all shitty and we're like, where's a girl when you need one who knows how to cook? Because we don't know what the fuck we're doing, and we want cake. So what did I do? I dumped the cake on my neighbor's car. True story. Actually, I didn't. I had my brother do it. Because my neighbor was a bitch. Big bitch. I hated her. Hated her guts. Oh, she used to narc on me all the time. What was worse is this person had a kid who was worse than I was. But had the balls to tattle on everything I ever did. It's not like she had an A student who was in the choir. She had she had a little boy who went around calling people niggers and stuff. Swear to God. Out to their face. I could not believe this black kid walked by once, and this little dumb shit was out there, and this kid goes, hey, he's like, what are these niggers doing in the neighborhood? I'm like, you are so stupid. You are so stupid. And the black kid even looked at me like, the fuck did he just say? I'm like, yes, he did. Can I whoop his ass? Or you're not going to jump me? Or they, fuck no, do it. He's stupid. He's the first person I ever heard the word sand nigger from. I literally thought it was supposed to be somebody black who was from sand. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know. It was an Arab or something like that, or somebody who was darker. He was the one who told me that. Yeah, it's true. All right, I'm going to tell you a story. Okay, we all know I'm not PC or anything like that. I'm going to tell you a real story. Something that happened to me when I was young. It scared the piss out of me. My friend, we all had a racist friend growing up. All of us. I don't even care if you're black. You had a racist friend. Like crackers, hate crackers, white people. We all had that one racist, poor kind of friend who you liked, but I don't even, it was always their parents had put that shit in their head. Like, they didn't really believe it. Like, if a black kid wanted to hang out with them or they wanted to hang out with a black kid, they'd do it. But they still said racist, stupid shit. We were out one day walking, and it was Martin Luther King Day. And we had the day off school. And I was about 10 or something like that, or 9. No, 10 or 11. And I said to my friend, I'm like, I wonder how black people observe Martin Luther King Day. Something to that effect. Like, I wondered if there was like a celebration. Like, I didn't really know. But, 10, you care about yourself and nothing else in Nintendo. And my friend, I'll never forget, turned to me, we're walking somewhere, looked at me and goes, oh, you didn't know? Martin Luther King Day is the day that, and I'm sorry, is the day that niggers get to shoot and beat up white people as revenge for slavery, and the police can't do anything about it. And I'm outside. And I'm looking around me. He was basically telling me it was the purge before the purge existed for black people. So I thought that Martin Luther King Day was the day you could hunt me. Legally. And I'm out there with him and he's a white kid. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing out here? What? Are you serious? He's like, yeah. Yeah, see, Google it, right? He's like, yeah, it's true. He's like, it's totally true. He's like my dad told me. I'm like, your dad isn't even in your life anymore. What are you talking about? Fuck. He had a dog that he called his N-word sicking dog. And it would go after black kids. Like, it knew. It was a racist dog. I didn't know dogs could be racist. Now, when I think back, honestly, it's, a dog, it's a cue of a word. It's like, go get him or something like that. And this one black kid came to beat him up and he said, go get the N-word, go get the N-word. And the dog went after him. And he knew who to go for. He went right past me, past a bunch of other white kids and Hispanics. He went right for the black kid. He didn't get him or anything like that. He went like towards the end of a alley or something like that. But it didn't. Yeah. But I liked the guy. That's what's really sick. Do you know what I mean? I liked assholes like that growing up. Because you could do stupid shit. It was fun. Do you know what I mean? I didn't ever participate in his dumb shit like that. Like his it didn't even occur to him he's being racist. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it didn't occur to him. It didn't occur to him. Because he never said, I'm not going to play with this person because they're black. Or I'm not going to hang out with this person because they're black. He listened to rap music sometimes. It wasn't anything to do with that. It was just this thing he had within him. And I really think, it come from the parents or some shit like that. It had to have. I don't know. But I hated it. I started yelling at him as we got older. Like when we were 13, 14, like, I said, don't do this shit around me anymore. Because we got chased by a gang of kids once. Because he called somebody, I don't think it was the N-word though. I think he called somebody a spick or something like that. Like he would say, we didn't even have a beef with these guys. He would just say dumbassy shit. Just dumb shit. Just to get a reaction out of somebody. It's like, great. We're all running for our lives now because of you. Now, they're not going to beat your ass because we're hiding. But we're going to kick your ass for doing this shit. What the fuck's wrong with you? We got chased to his house by a gang of kids once. And he done bleach in their face. No bullshit. He lived on the top floor of an apartment building. I was scared. Yes, he got beat up. I was scared to death. There were like, no bullshit, about 15 kids chasing us. And they were older. Well, to us, older kids, we were probably 13 or 14 at that time. They were probably like 17, 18. They chased us forever. He lived at the top of this building. And we're like, they're not going to come up here. They were coming up the walkway to like fuck us up or something like that. And I'm like, oh, fuck, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We went in his apartment, shut the door. That wasn't good enough for his ass. He took a bottle of bleach, went out, I believe a black kid was coming up with a white kid right behind him and said, hey, motherfucker. They both looked up and he dumped bleach. I have never heard a scream like that in my life. And the thing of it is what were they going to do? Like call the cops? Because they were technically trespassing. They were they had already come into a closed area and they were coming up to get in the apartment or something, I think. I mean, I ran out the front door like a pussy. I wasn't staying around for this dumbassy shit. I was so pissed. So pissed. Because everything else to that point had been fine. It had been a fun whatever day. And it was like, asshole had to go fuck it up again. Cut to a few years later, he turned out to be one of the most normal people you ever meet. Last I saw. Who knew? Because I didn't see him for a period of like 2-3 years. Totally changed his ways. Wasn't racist. Was working for an actual, like a gay guy. Like never thought that would happen. Never. Like, proud as punch, talking about him. Shocked. Had a nice girlfriend, all that stuff. I never thought. Just goes to show, you never know with certain people. But man, he was a fucking trip. My other friends hated him. I liked him. I did like him. Because he could get shit. Like, one time, we would trade crap a lot, like cigarettes and stuff like that. I had a pack of cigarettes. I think my dad had 3 or 4 cigarettes left or something. He's like, if you give me those cigarettes, I'll give you something cool. I was like, shit, sweet, let's do it. He gave me like a switchblade. I was like, he had cool shit to always swap. And he'd always get interesting shit. One time he had this clock. It was in the shape of dynamite. It wasn't real dynamite. But, it had that countdown on, like, the clock. It looked like some kind of explosive device, even though it wasn't. It was awesome. It was just an awesome thing for a 13, 14-year-old boy to have. He always had awesome shit like that. So I liked hanging out with the kid because we could barter a lot of awesome crap. He'd be like, hey, give me that Fangoria horror magazine and I'll give you this nunchuck or something. He always had access to weird shit. He probably stole it from fucking his mom's myriad of boyfriends. His mom went out all the time. I remember his mom was like that mom that would be getting ready to go out and it'd be nighttime. Okay, remember, there's food in the fridge. Don't touch my shit. Hey, Jason, how are you? Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to see Scott now. Like, she was just always on the make. She was never home. Which was ideal. If you're going to hang out with a friend. You show your stepfather some respect, okay? He had different guys moving in all the time. I felt so bad for him. You know what I mean? There was a different potential father every week. It's like, who's this guy? Oh yeah, that's Jeff. That's her newest one. That's who's stepping mom this week. What fun. She's such trash. He used to say that shit about his mom. What a whore. Can we go somewhere? I can't stand that whore. Makeup ridden whore. Oh my God. He used to be so matter of fact about it. That's why I liked him. Because I remember one time we were hanging out. I was like, oh, your mom just went out. He says, yeah, she went out to get some dick again. Just like matter of fact. Didn't make a joke out of it. I'm like, oh, that's productive. Great. What are we going to do? I don't know. You want to go through your shit or something? I'm bored. Maybe she left drugs or something. She loved to go out with the boys. And I don't knock that, but you don't leave a 13, 14-year-old boy home alone constantly overnight to go see your latest conquest or whatever. I just thought that was lame of her, but whatever. She was nice to me. She was a nice woman to me. I didn't have to live with her. I wasn't her son, so that was what was different. It was really, really fucking fun. But I enjoyed that going over there because my dad would be looking for me and always mad at me because I probably was doing something bad. And my dad would didn't know what apartment he lived in exactly. So my dad would just be ringing random buzzers. Where's my son? Where is he? He's in a big trouble. Tell him. Hello, who are you? He knew his name, but he didn't know his last name. I always lied. His last name, I'm not going to say what his last name was, but I'll say Carter. And so my dad would go insane and go around pressing every button that he could, like, is this Mr. Carter? Where's my son? Hello? And this was a huge apartment complex. So he was constantly ringing people's bells. I mean, he had no clue what apartment I was in. I'm like, shh, don't tell him. Even if he got the right one, we didn't answer. And if we did answer, we pretended to be an old Chinese woman, as you always do. Hello? I don't know. Don't answer anymore. It's like, shit, it's him. He found us. Just don't answer again. Oh, no one here by their name. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But see, it was shit like that I was able to get people out of trouble. Like, it came in handy sometimes. All right, one time in particular. You remember when people had that fad back in the early 90s of ordering pizzas for other people and all that kind of bullshit? I was at a friend's house with this black kid and this other kid. And we were over there hanging out. He wanted to order pizzas to somebody else's house. We didn't know. This is when Star 69 first came out. We didn't have any idea, and caller ID or whatever it was. So he called to order pizzas for somebody. I had nothing to do with this shit. And they called right back and said they were calling the police, right? He's freaking out. Me and my other friend are getting ready to leave, like, oh shit, we don't want any part of this. And I'm thinking, what? And he's like, please don't leave. They kept calling him, kept hanging up, they kept calling. So I was like, oh fuck. I'm like, okay, I know what to do. And I'm like, you owe me big time. So I'll never forget this as long as I live. The next time they called, I picked up the phone. I said, hello? Like I was his mom. And they're like, who is this? I'm like, who is this? I'm Mrs. So-and-so. I'm like, what do you want? And they're like, well, your son ordered some pizza. And I looked at him. He's right in front of me. I'm like, just play along. And I'm like, oh, he did? What? Oh, hell no. I've had way too much problem with it. Boy, you are in trouble now. And I'm beating his ass. He's like, no, mommy, no. And the guy's laughing, thinking the kid's getting his ass beat. And then I'm the mom. I was just bullshitting. I was like, I'm so sorry, sir. Listen, I'm a single mom I'm like, this motherfucker is pissing me off. I said, you go to your room. No, we were play acting like a motherfucker. I was like, listen, please do not say anything, but listen, he is going to get his little ass whooped tonight. You best believe that, okay? Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much. Bye, idiot. He's just sat there with this astonished look on his face. I was hitting my arm, and he was going, ow, mommy, I'm sorry, you motherfucker, don't you ever do that shit again. And I had a higher voice back then. I was like 13, so I could get away with the female thing. So I totally got away with it. And he got out of trouble, and he owed me a big solid and had to buy me, like, gum or some shit. Because they thought his mom beat his ass. And I never forget hearing the guy laughing on the other eye. yeah, she's getting him good. No, that was me. Oh, I was apologizing all over the place. Oh, sir, I'm so sorry. You have no idea. He's always in trouble. You just like your daddy. You are just like your motherfucking dad. Don't even say shit to me, motherfucker. Don't even say shit to me, you little bastard, little badass. I can't stand your ass. That was fun. I loved it. But yeah, he was a little badass. See, when I got in trouble, even up till this point, I get in trouble. I get caught. Like, I could never be a criminal. I could never do it. If the first time I tried any criminal activity, whatever, lights would shine and Jay would be in trouble. Right? It's just something about me. Just something about me says, watch that son of a bitch, will you? I don't know. I just don't trust his eyes. I walked into it. The only time I've ever been, I shouldn't say profile, but watched, was not that, like, about a year ago. There was this ginger at the store, and I walk in there, and I think because I was trying on shades, like, to see how they looked or whatever the fuck, and he's, like, following me around the store, and I just looked at him at one point, like, fucking seriously? They're like $2 shades. Get over yourself. What the fuck am I going to do? Yeah. Oh, he was just new and looking to bust somebody, you know what I mean? So he thought, like, let's look at the guy who looks like a serial killer. He probably just steal some shit. Oh, fucking. First off, if I had decided to steal anyway, you wouldn't have stood a chance. He was about $110, 5'6". Like, I would have just barreled into him and, you know, then farted on his face before I fled. That's the end of it. It's like, honestly, I would think I would try something a little bit better. I could never steal a car or anything like that because I can't hotwire for shit. I would still be trying. I know some motherfuckers who know how to hotwire. Not me. I don't even think you can do that now with remote starts and all that shit. How do you hotwire a remote start? I'm sure there's some techie way to do it or whatever like that, but I think it's too hard now. Whenever I hear a car is stolen, that's a newer car, I'm kind of shocked because I'm like, oh, they got GPS in that shit. You could just shut that shit down. Who would steal one now? It's like pretty much know where you're at. Let's see, that's underestimating the stupidity of people. They are always do. I'm looking for a good horror movie to watch, and there's nothing coming out in theaters until It. Nothing. And I don't want to see fucking Annabelle. And that's coming out in like a month or something like that. I know it's supposed to be okay and good and all that. The bitch doesn't move. Annabelle the doll isn't Chucky. She doesn't do anything. She sits there while causing weird things to happen to other people. I don't think it's scary. You know. It kind of pisses me off. Because it's like, every summer you're guaranteed blockbuster movie, kid shit. There's no stuff for somebody like me who wants to see a good fucking horror movie. It's like, well, you gotta wait till October. And even now, they got like maybe 2 movies coming out for around Halloween time. Remember when there used to be like every week pretty much a horror movie getting released? Saw is coming back, by the way. I can't wait. What's your favorite scary movie? Tie between Halloween and The Exorcist. Halloween, the original, not that botched abortion attempt that Rob Zombie made. What is wrong with Rob Zombie? Let's talk about him for a second. Look. And that wife of his. Look. The bitch can't act. She can't act. That Sherry Moon, whatever. He puts her in every fucking movie. She's so alarmingly, distractingly bad that no matter how good the movie could be, and they're never good because he's horrible. She's there distracting you with her bad acting. And in the latest movie he did, it was like about a bunch of people get kidnapped and put through this ordeal by a bunch of freaky carnival workers in this warehouse or something like that. Okay, why? It's a B-movie premise, fine. He puts his wife as the lead. Sorry, cut off again. That Sherry Moon chick. The old Fog was a good movie. Did you see the remake? I walked out of that one. There was a remake like a couple years back. I'm like, how do you fuck up the Fog? There's fog and monsters making it happen, making it interesting. Nope, it was boring. I remember there was fog and puddles, and the guy who played Superman, that WB show. And I'm like, okay, is anything going to happen ever? Time to go. Because I'm pissed. That was one of the few movies I've walked out on where it was just like, it takes a lot for me to walk out on a movie. A lot. I've seen some shit movies. But that one was just like, it was like a very WB version of the Fog. The old Fog was good. The John Carpenter one. He's another one. What happened to him? He made a really good movie. He made Halloween, made The Fog, and then he just kind of he made In the Mouth of Madness. A lot of the movie remakes are bad. There's a few that are good. Texas Chainsaw was a good remake, in my opinion. There's been a few, but not many, that I was like, wow, that was really good. I think it has to be pretty dated to remake it, and remake it well. Like, I think you take a movie like Scream, it's already 20 years old, right? Give it another 10 years, remake it. Because everything in that movie is self-referential in 90s. It relates to that point in time. And so kids, millennials and shit, and kids aren't going to get that movie. Like, there'll be a new audience for it. About, say, 5-6 years from now. You know? Because that's so based in its time. Even though, like, the original Halloween was in 78, you know, it's still kind of in a way timeless. I mean, aside from some of the fashion and all that, you know, the scenery, all that, there's nothing that really indicates, except for maybe a rotary phone or something like that. That's the only thing. I love Jamie Lee Curtis in that, though. She has the weirdest voice on the planet. She sounds like a tranny. She really does. I want you to go next door to the kids' house. I want you to tell them to call the police and send them over here. Now go. It was the weirdest screams ever. Oh, Michael.
Oh, my balls dropped. Oh, God, I'm getting a hard on. Lindsay? Bob? Annie? Is anybody there? I was waiting for the dogs in the neighborhood. I was like, Michael probably killing her because she's annoying. That fucking cry of hers, I wanted to kill her after a while. Remember she found her friends are hanging upside down and all this shit? She's like, no. Oh, my nutsack is chafed. Michael comes out. Oh, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with this chick? I'm sorry, what's wrong with this dude? It's almost as bad as Friday the 13th had the worst heroine. I love the original, but she got the shit beat out of her by an 80-year-old woman. Come on. What the fuck was that? Mrs. Voorhees was fighting a 20-year-old and she won. She whooped her ass. You killed my Jason, you little whore. She just like bitch slapped her for 5 minutes. She didn't stop. Then she threw her ass into a pool table and kicked her in the pussy. I was like, this little bitch is whooping your ass. She killed everybody in this camp. You're all some pussies. I'm sorry. She killed fucking men. Apparently, the old bitch must have been on testosterone or something like that because she was fucking people up right and left in that camp. But when I see the little weak bitch at the end trying to fight that girl, trying to fight that woman, throwing shit at her, she's throwing like hairpins and shit at her. And the old woman's like, come now, dear. It'll be easier for you than it was for Jason. You fight like a pussy. Come on, be a man, bitch. Be a man. You call that a fight? Get up. Come on, kick me in the dick. I love that shit. Mrs. Voorhees killing everybody in the fucking... Old bitch killing everybody in the fucking camp. How can you not love that? Just slapping the hell out of that girl with a little mushroom haircut. That part where she bashed her face in the beach, I laughed my ass off. She literally grabbed the bitch by her hair, just whopped her face in the beach like fucking 5 times. And then Jason comes and fucks her up. The very end. Let's be real. We all watched that movie, especially when we were younger, to see boobies. There was always a stupid girl who's going to take her shirt off at some point and take a shower. Or, do a guy. That it was always going to happen. You always waited for that scene. Then you would rewind it with your friends and pause it. Rewind it. Review it. That was awesome. Again, it's disturbingly quiet here right now. But I love that stuff. I watch pretentious movies too. I do. I watch little intellectual movies or whatever. I don't know if you call them intellectual movies. Requiem for a Dream, one of the most depressing movies I've ever seen in my entire life. And I knew what was coming. I read the book. It's about addiction in all its shapes and forms. And oh my God, if you want to feel like killing yourself, watch that movie. Depressing. And like I said, I'd read the book. I knew what was happening. That was a movie that was fucked up. They have now 5 cases of the flesh-eating disease where I live. Damn. What kind of news feed do you have, Teresa? You have the most interesting news feed. You're constantly monitoring shit. They're throwing meat and they're zombie people around here. We have to hide and put on our tinfoil hats now. Damn it. We're going to die. Jay, there's flesh-eating disease. We got 5 over here. Yeah. And we have Yorkies who are lesbians. I just read it. It's true. Google it. It's true. Yeah, only here. There's a new teen fad here, especially here in Texas, where teens are wearing their ex-boyfriend's testicles as earrings after they, bronze them in gold. It's true. I just saw it on my feed right here. Google it. right there. The South is crazy. You don't have to tell me I visited there. Holy shit, I've never been so scared in my life. When you're a city fucking guy or gal and you come to the South, it's like, oh, we are not in the city. Jesus billboard, Jesus billboard, country billboard, country billboard. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. Like, oh, we're going to die. We've seen these movies. Our van is going to break down and that family's going to get us and eat us for dinner. And I always thought those movies were based on some fucking bullshit, but I've been to those gas stations where it's like the local yokels are hanging out there. It's like, oh, Lord. I want to talk in the Southern accent so they don't know it's, I'm not from there. Because I figure it's easier that way. Hey, how y'all doing? Just stop here to get some gas. Because if I start talking like normal, they're going to be like, oh, you city slicker, huh? You want to take that shortcut. Leads down that narrow road that way yonder. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to you. Oh, I know. There, you guys got some weird traditions out there. They like to go. I remember one place. I think it was Iowa or something like that. I don't know if that's technically South, but close enough for me. Where their night of fun for the teens was they would drive around in like a parking lot, like of a Walmart or something like that. That's all they did. That's all they would drive and talk and drive in this parking lot. I'm like, holy shit, I would fucking kill myself. Get me out of here. I was at a relative's house in like Iowa once, and not another place. I forgot where. It was some Oklahoma, I think. And I wanted to sneak out and figure I'd go do something. Well, turns out you can walk miles and miles and miles in these areas, and there's nothing there. There's no street lamps sometimes in these places, and you become afraid. Because if I go out in Chicago, eventually I'm going to hit a street lamp, I'm going to see something, like a restaurant, something. But yeah, mudding, that's another one. Like, you want to go mudding? You want to go I was like, what the fuck is a mudding? But what else? They would catch insects. They love to do that. They love to go catch insects and like grab fish and shit. And I'm like, I am staying inside. Because you guys have breeds of bugs I've never seen before. When I would go to my aunt's house and she would turn on the patio light and she lives in Oklahoma, her door would be covered not just in moths or normal summertime bugs, but in like fucking Jurassic Park creatures and shit. And I'm like, oh my God. I remember, this is my first tarantula I saw in person, was on her garage. And she thought it was like completely normal. I'm like, I want to go home now. Because we don't have this where I'm from. And that's it. I've had it with you people. She had dead rabbits in her yard constantly because her dog would eat rabbits. Like, it was just normal out there. I was like, what the fuck? There's like rabbit carcasses everywhere. I'm trying to go on a swing set, and I'm going over fucking all these dead Easter bunnies. A catfish rodeo? Listen. Come to the city. Move the hell out of there. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. There were some good things. Like, there was, it was quiet. I'll give it that. It got really, really dark. I don't know. I'm reaching for straws here. I was so bored. I'm sorry. I was so fucking bored. That one time I snuck out in Iowa, me and my brother snuck out of a relative's house, thinking we'd go find something. We couldn't find jack shit. We had money. We couldn't find anything. Not a restaurant, not a 7-Eleven, not anything. We literally just walked down this road and gave up eventually because it was corn, and nothing else. And we're like, that's it. I give up. Fuck it. We went to their mall. It was the saddest mall I've ever seen. I think it had like 5 stores. It was indoors, and there were a bunch of dead-eyed teenagers just kind of standing in one space. I'm like, holy shit. Get me back to Chicago and do it now because I can't take this anymore. I know. A mullet does. Well, I don't know. I'm still alive. What, from walking in the cornfield with his children in the corn? I don't know. I was bored. Well, because there was nothing to do. So I thought, logically, if you walk far enough, there will be something to do. Somewhere. And I was wrong. Because I walked, and my brother walked, and we saw nothing. And we realized we were just getting darker and darker because there's no fucking streetlights. They don't need them every 5 seconds like in his major city. You don't. They don't need them, so they don't have them. And we're just cornfield, blackness. I'm like, yeah, there. I think the world ended. We just don't know. Let's go. Let's go back. Fucking go to bed. I don't care. I saw like a country singer one time when I was a kid. She was performing on like it's a stage surrounded by bales of hay, and people were getting off sitting on the bales of hay, and I'm like, and they acted like they knew who this chick was. I'd never heard of her in my life. She wasn't like but like she was signing autographs and people were just, it was nobody. To this day, I don't think she was anybody. And they were so easily impressed out there. I was just like, I'm dodging wasps in summertime, sitting out here in a bale of fucking hay. I want to go home. Though, in defense of them, like my cousins from Oklahoma are equally horrified when they come to Chicago. My youngest cousin, we were driving, and she's literally freaking out sitting next to me driving, and everything's going normal, nothing's happening. I'm like, what? She goes, y'all ride each other's asses. Y'all just ride each other's asses. What's happening? Y'all just, everybody give everybody the finger out here? Somebody just threw something. What's happening? They're just overwhelmed when they come to a city. Like, they're like, fuck. And of course, with the whole Chicago thing, they think everybody was in a gang. You know, like we're all in a gang, and we wake up in the morning and dodge machine guns. You know, y'all got gangs. Yeah. You ever seen a gang with another gang going after another gang? Every morning. Are there many shootings in your area? See, here you go. Yes. No, I'm kidding. No. No. Here's a newsflash. This is going to shock everybody. I've lived in Chicago my entire life, right? I've never seen a shooting. Never seen it. Heard them. I've heard pop once in a while. Never seen a shooting. Never seen in my life. Never seen one. Now, I hope I didn't just jinx myself. Now, it also depends. It's like any other area. It depends where you go. I would visit some friends who lived in the hood, and you would hear some shit, and you would see some shit. I'm not talking about shootings, but, you know, ass whoopings, all that kind of drugs. It was like, oh, time to go. Yeah. Like, I didn't live in the suburbs. I lived in a regular neighborhood. I lived in a weird neighborhood. There was my building, which was a mix of people. The building next door to me was white trash and gangbangers. But the house next door on the other side of me was bought by some wannabe yuppie couple who made it kind of nice. It was just a bizarre block I grew up on. But if you went like about 3 or 4 blocks and you went under this viaduct, you were fucked. You were fucked. Because I had a friend that lived on the underside of a viaduct, and if you went under there, that was just a bad neighborhood and shit was going to go down. And it was like a couple blocks the other way. It was the same way. If I went a couple blocks this way, there was a gang problem going on. My friend got jumped like 2 blocks to the side of me, 3 blocks to the side of me. It was so weird. My block was weird. I can't even explain it. There's a huge apartment building on my old childhood block across the street. Cheap rent. It was a mix of like working class, blue collar people, drug addicts, some decent people. The building, there was a brown building next door to me, all fucking assholes. Just assholes, lower income, crazy trailer trash. There was a lot of crazy trailer trash in that building. Weird people. Just weird. Then there was a house, like I said, the house next door to me, they built it up and they tried to make it nice. I mean, God bless them. They were constantly fending shit away from that house and like, you know, graffiti off their fucking back, but they managed to make it look, it still to this day, I think looks really nice. But it looked like a house that was removed from the suburbs and put in the middle of Chicago. It was like somebody stole their house, literally, in the foundation and put it on a block it didn't belong on. It was bizarre. But it's funny to me because they would always try to keep up this suburban appearance, and they would yell if somebody went on their lawn. I'm like, do you not know you're in Chicago? What the fuck are you? You should shut the fuck up. They'll come back. I just showed up and you're talking about the shitty neighborhoods. Chicago? Yep. We're talking about my old neighborhood when I was a little boy. It was hard when I was a little girl. I couldn't ride my bike alone. No, mine was actually not that bad. It was the surrounding buildings. Like I said, there was my building, which had a lot of old people and bitchy neighbors. I can't even describe. They were just assholes. There was an apartment building next to me, white trash, hippies, weirdos. Just the freak building was next to me. Across the street, old people, young people, and some random foreigners. Your hometown is becoming... I'm telling you, it's everywhere. I got chased with a pair of nunchucks when I was 8. That fucking told me I was in Chicago. Fucking, I didn't know what a king was. I was like, what? Why are we running? Oh, these 3 guys, one with nunchucks and a knife chasing us. Okay, fine. Ugh. Don't get me started with Cabrini Green, man. Yeah, they made Candyman there and shit like that. That was the only cool thing to come out of that place. Because I was in high school when they made it. I went to high school near there, actually. When they were shooting that movie. But fucking Cabrini Green. I got in Cabrini Green once by accident. In my hometown, DeKalb. Oh, I get you. DeKalb, not bad. Dude, one time, the only time I ever fell asleep on a train, I went to the end of, I think it was, I forgot what line it was. I think Brown Line at that time. I don't remember. I fell asleep. I was going to Columbia College at that point for like a week until I got sick of everybody there and just left, wasting my time. But I fell asleep with my friend. We were so tired. We'd been hanging out the night before, and we fell asleep, and when we woke up, the end of the line was right by Cabrini Green. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Can we make the train go backwards? I'll pay for another ride. And for some reason, there wasn't another train heading back at that time. We had to walk through the fucking Cabrini Green, Robert townhomes, where all those fucking projects. I'm like, we're going to die. We're not going to make it. We're just going to die. That's what's going to happen right now. We're going to get hate crimed and die. I don't fucking know. We just kept our head down and walked. I don't think I've ever walked that fast in my life. I think I was probably walking about 7 miles an hour because I was fucking scared shitless. I saw tenement. Groups of people on the porch, groups of people on the stoop. Time to go. Just keep looking forward. Let's make it. I'll never forget seeing the Columbia College building off in the distance. Like, oh my God, we're almost there. We're almost fucking shit. I'm like, we're gonna get to the block before it and get killed. That's what's gonna happen. Because that's not in a great neighborhood. Fuck that. That's maybe it's better now, but shit. What did they do to me? Who? The kids that chased me when I was a kid? They didn't do shit. My friend's dad came out and pulled his gun. And of course, we stood behind him. Ah, faggots! Not realizing we'd be alone later. That eventually it's summer and they'll catch your ass at some point. What did they do in Cabrini Green? They didn't do shit. I was shocked. Nothing happened. I was shocked. Now, I think if I'd been blonde-haired and blue-eyed and I looked really yuppie, they might have fucked with me. But I put on my stank face, you know? I just did that shit. Like, oh, maybe they won't notice. Just looking for... I didn't look at them. I didn't be like, I didn't do any of that bullshit. I remember me and my friend just walking forward like we're serious about something. And I'm just like, I probably had a headache. I don't know. Put my stink face on, walk forward. Murder drug bust. I guess they're Chicago residents. I ended up... They should have kept them all in that building and set it on fire. That's what they... Fuck. They had my sympathy for times because that started out as a shitty way to live. They put them in these shitty buildings and they knew it was shitty and they treated them shit. And we have to admit, the police were assholes to them in that point in time. But after a while, when you have kid after kid after kid, they're not getting out of there. They're not doing better. Why the fuck do we all have to pay for it? Section 8's the worst thing that's ever happened. I went off that last time in my video. Like, I had a friend who lived in a really nice apartment. It was like a $1,300 a month apartment. And the Section 8 hooker moved in downstairs and fucked shit up. She was a hooker, literally a hooker. She got fucked every 5 seconds. She had her baby daddies over there. She had her kids who she liked to slam dance against the wall every 5 seconds. And she'd want to borrow a coat in the middle of the night. Bitch, why are you here? Fucking, well, yeah. Fucking, how do you even get Section 8? You should get it for a little while and then have to work. Fucking lazy whore. She didn't do anything except take dick. Apparently, that's all she was good at. There was all those random sketchy fuckers standing out front of the building. I'm like, oh my God. And then she'd get her ass whooped in the middle of the night. And when I'd be over there, she'd be pounding on the door asking for somebody to help her. Fuck you. I hope he stabs you. I would tell on her. If I saw her man, I'd get ready to be like, hey, she's cheating on you. Kill her. Get rid of her from me. You're a pain in the ass, both of you. I know, it's horrible. They're fucking everybody up. That's what it is. It's like, look, I'm all for the people who are, getting assistance and doing something and doing better. But you got to put something on that where they're like, now you have to get a job. Now you cannot keep having kids. Now you cannot, have 5 different baby daddies. You make them work for that fucking shit, that welfare. You can be on welfare for this amount of time. If you're not working at that point or trying to work, we see you're not working. Guess what? We get that fucking money. They'll be working. They won't be having that many kids. Guarantee it. But it's this, the system must be getting something from that because they wouldn't keep giving out the money that way. Somebody's getting some money pocketed somewhere from that shit. That's what's going on. Because it's benefiting somebody at the top to keep them at it. No bullshit. Fuck that shit. And I don't like Emanuel either. Mayor Emanuel can suck my ass. I can't stand him. The mayors in Chicago have sold us out time after time. I still hate Daley. Our old mayor sold us out to a parking lot company for a billion-year contract or some bullshit. We used to have free parking on certain times of the night. They've jacked up all the prices. And fucking you bastard sold us out. Fucking I hope he rots. I was so pissed. I mean, literally, like a million-year contract with this company that hijacks. I mean, jack prices up so ridiculous, and no lawyer can figure out how to get out of it. I thought lawyers were shiesty as hell and could figure a loophole around anything. Not this fucking contract that Daley sold us out to. Asshole. Dickhead. Massage parlors are still open. Okay, Teresa, are we drinking? What's going on? You can't. They're eating meat. They're eating meat. Somebody found a penis in chili at Wendy's right now. I just saw it. Massage parlors are open. You're seeing weird Tourette things. What's happening? There are massage parlors in Chicago. Yes, that's true. They bust those Chinese bitches. Leave them alone. They want to give a guy a hand job. Who gives a fuck? For $20, who cares? Fucking mind your business. So what? I don't understand the big deal. Okay, maybe there's some weird fucking going on. I don't know. Fine. But I give them a little happy ending. Shit, mind your business. Bunch of fucking angry bitches probably calling the police up. I think my husband's getting a hand job at this point. Nah. Poor, I mean, this is not like this Asian bitch don't got anything better to do. She's fucking sitting there having to jerk some fat guy's dick off. She should get paid for that shit. Oh, yes, he's so sexy for you. No, I have a good time. Shit, they should get double time. Sad thing is the hooker, yeah. There was a massage parlor across the street from where I worked. They were so shady, but they were stupid. Because not only did they say that they were a day spa, beauty spa, they would never let a woman in there. They'd black their windows out. A woman would come up there, get her like hair done or nails done. They're like, no, not for you. Go away. And women would be like, what the fuck is this day spa? Mani-pedis, all this. They let business guys in there, right? And they set up a security camera, even though they weren't supposed to, on a building on the other side of the street. They put a camera up. And it turns out that all the guys were going there. I love when they got busted. They were being filmed while they were getting their little sexy fun time happening. And it was going live on the internet somewhere in like Japan or something. Oh, it was awesome. all these guys would pull up and run in there and they would they had like an automatic locking door. You had to buzz to get in and shit like that. And we knew as soon as they moved in there, I was like, that's whores. That's fucking whores. You see a girl walking up there like, honey, you're not going to get your nails done unless you're applying for a hooker job. Just fucking walk the other way, sweetheart. Swing out, baby. Swing out. Fuck that shit. They were broadcast. These poor bastards, because I remember reading that, be like, these guys are fucked. They are fucked. They are being broadcast. They're like, probably like a Japanese game show. Let's see how long it takes him to ejaculate. Okay. Oh, going on 5 minutes. Some weird close-ups of overexcited Japanese girls hopping up and down in the back. They got some weird shit out there. I love that. It's like, what do you think? Do you not, like, they might as well have sat outside with newspapers with holes, cut in the eyes, just looking suspicious at everybody. It's like you just advertise that you're a whorehouse. That's what you're doing by being so shady about it. During the day, make it a normal place. At nighttime, just tell guys come back after hours and shit. But run it a normal way. I could have run that place. They would have never known. It's still been going on. I would have sat there and be like, no, I know we say we cut hair and we do women's shit, but guess what, bitch? Get out. We're not answering for you. Businessman, yeah, you can come right in. Bitch, don't even look at it. We're locking the door behind you. Fuck. They were so setting up a video camera that took balls. Set up a video camera. It was like a nice one too. That they set on the roof. It's actually still there. The video camera's still there. It's not connected or anything like that. But I mean, the other evil asses had to go up there in the middle of the night. I don't even know how they got on their roof. Fucking Asian motherfuckers are shifty. They probably ninja climbed up on them. Okay, put camera. We're gonna broadcast the hand job. Okay, you get it? Sonia, you got good? Okay. Showtime. Girls, get the lotion. Holy shit. There are still fucking places like that. Because guys talk on the internet about where they are. About where the newest massage parlors are that offer the happy endings. Although they don't even call it happy endings anymore because everybody knows what the happy ending is now. I love it. Who is it hurting, really? Honestly, who cares? Why do people care? This is the thing why people should mind their fucking business. If it's not bothering you, who gives a shit? If a guy's what is going to happen? If a guy gets a hand job for some hooker in a fucking, what is the worst thing that's going to happen? He's going to get a chafed dick or something. Who cares? Why is this thing? Why are we wasting money to send police to bust these places? Who gives a shit? Let him. I don't care if the woman shoots a ping pong ball into his mouth. Fuck him. Let her piss on him for all I care. For some reason, that's legal, right? Y'all know that shit? At least here, domination is legal as long as you're not sexually touching anybody. Like, you can watch somebody jerk it, but you can't jerk them. Okay? So you can put on a leather suit, you can piss on them, you can get naked in front of them, do all this shit. That's fucking legal. Perfectly legal. You can take a dump on somebody. Let me repeat that. You can take a shit on somebody. That's perfectly legal and get paid for it. Perfectly legal. Apparently poop is not prostitution. Fuck, what kind of thinking is that? That makes no fucking sense. Shit, then it should all be illegal then. And it's always these motherfuckers. Yeah. But it's always these motherfuckers. It's always the mayors. It's always the congressmen. Come on now. It's always the cops who are doing this shit. Who are getting in on this shit. They're getting just as much as anybody else. Don't fucking say bullshit. Fucking Nevada's got the right idea. I don't care if the man wants to get shit on and then set on fire afterwards. It's not my bad. I don't give a shit. I'm not the one doing it. I'm not the one it's happening to. I don't care. But fucking this domination thing, because there was a dominatrix we had to deal with who would get movies because she made her own. And she's known, so you could say her name, Kelly Payne. And you'd have to deal with her on the phone, and she was a nightmare. But it's just like she would tell you about all the nasty, horrible things she did to guys, and it was perfectly legal. You could put a clothespin through somebody's nipple or something like that. That's fine, as long as they're okay with it. Really? Yeah, but don't you dare jerk them, because then you'll go to jail for 1 billion years. But yeah, if you want to piss on him and shut him, that's fine. You want to make him eat it? Yeah, we don't have a problem with that. It's all people minding other people's business. Churches are the worst. If a church is opening up in your neighborhood, close it down, because you're not going to have a good time. Forget a bar. Forget anything interesting opening in your area if there's a church nearby. And what kills me about that is that it's usually the priests and other people from the church who are usually going to those kinds of places. We had a guy come to my business, which is an adult business, who gave me the wrong ID once and had a clerical ID. A clerical ID. To get dirty, disgusting items in porn. So don't fool yourself. And ladies, if you think your husband's not one of the people watching it or getting bizarre sex toys, yes, he is. Promise. 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 Because it's never the guys you think. It's not. There have been some fuckers I've been shocked to see. Yeah, how's it going? Fine. Yeah, how much is that, like, 28-inch dildo? Yeah, I like it. It's just art. It's a friend. It's always a friend too, and it's always for a bachelor party. That's good. I'm sorry. I've never heard of any bachelor party where it's like, dude, can you bring a dildo? I forgot. We got beer. We got a stripper, and we need a big freaking dildo and some gay porn. Can you do it? Awesome. No, I don't believe their stories. I wish they'd stop because I don't care. I never ask them, what is it for? I don't care what it's for. I mean, it's not my business what it's for. Stop giving me your bullshit stories. I don't believe you. My friend told me to come get it. Okay, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. That never happened. Stop lying. My favorite was a guy who used to get a bunch of shemale stuff and like dildos up the ass stuff and a bunch of fucking vibrators for his girlfriend. Every day for his girlfriend. He was in there like 5 days a week for his girlfriend. It's like, dude, fucking come on. Just tell me you have 6 eyeballs and I'll believe more of that. Dude, they buy bigger than 10-inch. I just sold one this past week that I was like, are you serious? It was so big I wanted to ask the dude, are you sure? Do you have a vision problem? Because that looked like it might, okay. It was one of those where I had to put my poker face on because I was ready to go. Do it. No. Really? Yes! Yes, I did. I said that the last time I was on here. At a Polak. Naturally. Don't worry, I have relatives that are Polish. Okay, that's what I just said to protect my ass. Whatever. Yeah, this dude, and he was Polish as Polish could be. I'm sorry. He's a Polski off the boatski. He comes in. He's buying some stuff for his girlfriend. Now, he did have his girl. And it was a pussy pump thing. Why you want to pump up a pussy? I don't know. Peter packed a pack of pickled pussies to pump up. How many pussies did Peter Piper pump? Anyway, it was some kind of pump for a vagina, whatever. He takes it. He buys it. He comes back. Now, I wasn't there. One of my guys was there. I go, and my guy's got this box on the counter, and he won't even touch it. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, this guy is going to come back later to get his refund. I said, a refund for what? He said, the pussy pump. I said, is it broken? Was it still in the plastic? No, his girl didn't like it. That thing smelled like tuna. I was like, fucking throw it out. Tell him to go fuck himself while he's at it. If he comes back here, give him a fucking cheap dildo to tell him to fuck himself. Literally. Do it. I want to see it, you asshole. Fuck you. Who brings that back? You disgusting bastard. Yes, he did. I couldn't fucking believe it. And he came back. Oh, my girl didn't like it. I don't give a shit. I said that too. I didn't care. He's like, am I going to get my money back? I'm like, no. Well, she didn't like it. I don't give a fuck what she liked or didn't like. You shouldn't have bought it then, motherfucker. And you're going to bring it in here? This is a fucking hazard. It's like biohazard shit. I don't want to touch that. Nobody does. Now we can't sell it. You owe us money. Get out. You'd be amazed what people will try. My favorite. Can I try the toy out here? Sure. Why the fuck not? Go away. Go away. Yeah, anytime. Want me to see if I can wrangle up a virgin too for you to sacrifice? Idiot. Oh yeah, all the time. We used to have these dolls. Yeah, we used to have these dolls. 2 of them were display. The rest were for sale. They were like silicone. They were like human-like dolls. They were really expensive, but 2 were on display, so you could see before we would give you the box version, because the box version we wouldn't let you open. But it was the same shit. A man and woman. I can't tell you how many times I've seen construction guys, other people come in and finger a guy's asshole right in front of me. Look at this dick. Why are you going for the dude? I don't know, but that's all right. But one guy, they would constantly ask, can we fuck it? How much to fuck it? Can I come back after hours and fuck it for a certain amount of money? No. But then I thought maybe I should, because what are the dolls going to do? Testify? I mean, what kind of prostitution could that possibly be? If it's like a real doll getting fucked, it's like, what? I was pimping out a real doll. Ooh, I hope she doesn't say anything on the stand. Fuck it, I don't care. I want to see that trial. I want the doll up there. And ma'am, were you violated by thousands of guys and this guy collected money off you? Somebody's got to move her head and say yes. Shit, I said I always make a real doll whorehouse. What are the cops going to do? What are they going to do, bust me? Take all the real dolls out in little handcuffs? Because most guys can't afford a real doll because they're thousands of dollars. I get a couple of those bitches in there. You do whatever you want to them. Hell, it's better than a real hooker. You could stab these bitches. It's not gonna hurt them. They're dolls. Fuck it. I want to see a paddy wagon full of fucking horror real dolls, handcuffed. My ass with a mugshot as the pimp of these bitches. That would be a trial worth seeing. I want that on fucking some kind of CNN coverage. If you think about it, though, no STDs possible to get. It's not hurting anybody. They can't get them pregnant. They can't do anything bad to them. Why not? But no, we had 2 other real torsos. Has a woman ever purchased a doll? Never, never, ever. I've never had that. Never had that happen. We've had girls look at them giggle because there's a school not too far from us, like a bar type school. And they would come in because they got like a 3-hour break in between their fake learning. And they would giggle and like slap the tit of one or something like that. And it was just like, they would take selfies. We didn't care. Let them have fun. But no girl ever was like, I am coming back later for this. Like, I need one of these in my life. Never, ever. Guy, all the time. Would buy the girl and the guy. The last 2 I sold was a man, bought the man and the woman. And then we had an extra man, so we had 2 guys out there with raging hard-ons who I had to, like, every day. Cleaning them was fun. Because, you know, it gets dusty in there after a while. You do have to clean them. I eventually passed that off to somebody else. I just felt a little weird polishing a guy's asshole. I didn't want to do it anymore. Not unless you give me $10. The cleaning the girl off too, I just felt like it was like cleaning a dead body. It was like, it felt weird. I'm like, I don't want to do this. Because you had to use a special type of cleaner so it didn't go, you know, deteriorate the thing. Yeah, he purchased both. The man and the woman. He came in early, he looked at them, came back, and that was, let's just say he spent a lot of cash for that. Because one is several $100s. So you can imagine what 2 would be. Plus, he bought, so one of the biggest sales I ever had was the guy doll, which was bigger than the girl doll, so it cost more. And the guy bought a bunch of video head cleaners. If you don't know what they are, look them up because I can't say legally. They're to clean your video heads. He bought a bunch of those, which can be very pricey. So, like $30 a bottle. What do you think I think he did with them? He had some weird satanic orgy in his house. Honestly, what I think he bought the female to not feel guilty about buying the male. Because there's some guys who still don't want to admit they want to do that kind of thing. I don't care. So I think he bought the female, probably sold the female off to some guy who was straight. I don't know. But the gay guy, and he was openly gay, it was no problem. He bought the guy, the 6'1" attendants involved. No, these were legit. We have the fake blow up ones too, but like these ones were legit, like real. They were like the real doll, but just the torsos, like the boobs, the dick, the pussy, the ass, all that shit. It was just like a real torso. It was like, and they were heavy as fuck. When you bring them in, it was like a dead body. It was like, holy shit, to get them out. And we realized we needed them to be on display because we had a bunch of stock in the back, and if we left them all out there, we couldn't even put them on a rack because they would fall through. They were so heavy, and they were kind of like, because they were silicone, they were like wobbly. They didn't stand straight. So we took 2 as demos. Like, I shouldn't say demos, not to actually demo, just to see what it was like. You could all touchy, no pokey type of thing. But man, that led to some interesting conversation. Like, who's cleaning the naked dude today? Because it's not me. I'm not doing it. I'll clean the girl out. I'm not cleaning that. Because you'd be surprised. Like, it's not that bad, but like, when it gets dusty in a place, any place, you got to dust it all the time. This guy would get, after 2 weeks, there would be a little film of dust if you didn't do it, because we always didn't want to do it. So eventually, he was coated with dust. Told people surprised when I got a new high score. We never had the sheep one. We had Lindsay Lohan. We still have her. I swear to God, it's the one that looks like Lindsay Lohan. It's a blow-up doll called Lindsay Lohan. On the front is a picture of a girl who looks like Lindsay Lohan with like a wine bottle, and she's like, I'm wasted. It's called Lindsay Lohan. I swear to God. That's what we have, a Paris Hilton one. Like a blow-up. I think we have a few others. Then sometimes we just have the vaginas. Those are very popular. Porn star vaginas. Just the vagina. Silicone, cyber skin. Self-warming. Vibrating. There are some premium vaginas out there. The Tiffany of vaginas. I get kind of bitchy when they want to look at some. Are you sure you can afford it? They're expensive. The only shit we won't like carry ever is like Japan makes some weird shit like those real dolls that look way too young, and that's just fucking creepy and gross, and nobody wants that. Like they look like kids. I don't know how they even get away with making them, but they do. Even if it's borderline looking, it's like no, get us something else. But I'm sure there's places that still buy. They can buy them online. They're thousands of bucks though. We actually had a really good deal on some of these things. Like really good. They probably fell off a truck. I don't know. People still get DVDs, man. I'm not even lying. Classics, they want constantly. Classic, like the 35 millimeters that used to play in the theaters, they've transferred them over to DVD. They're called Caballeros. If you got those in your business, you're going to make money because people want them. Because they're the old school ones that used to run in the actual porn theaters before there was VHS and all that shit. And they have all the icons that these old guys love, like Nina Hartley and Peter North and yeah, all of that shit. They will ask for specific, like Seika. I didn't even know who that bitch was until they fucking asked for her all the time. I was like, I never heard of her. Like, Jenna Jameson, I heard of. Like, Seika was a little bit before me. Ugly ass bitch, too. I don't know why they want her. Do you have any movies with Vanessa Del Rio? She looked like a tranny. Again, if you don't know who she is, I don't blame you. I didn't either. But I saw her, like, oh my God. She's a woman's ugly as sin. I'm sorry. I don't know how she was ever popular in the 80s even. But she was. God. All right, well, I got some shit to do. So I'm going to wind this up. Thanks for hanging. And I'll let you guys know next time I'm going to be on live about a few hours before I do it. Later.